How's it going, everyone? And welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. We are back with a not so great case. And hey, Michael Hales, sorry, I mispronounced. Thanks for coming in. How's it going? Turnabout Big Top, why do you exist? Just why? You don't bring anybody happiness. You just bring sadness and weirdness. It's not even fun. Anyways, we're here to complete the first part of the trial of this case. And spoiler alert, I might get a game over. I'm not even kidding. Like, there's a segment in this trial that let's just say the game doesn't like me. Like, the game really doesn't like me when I get to that. And, well, sometimes you just gotta power through it. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Anyways, enough rambling, let's get on with it. December 29th, 9:43 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously from above. One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side. Well, sure, just teach me how to fly. That's really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? What is wrong with my computer today? It's not wanting to cooperate. I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. What the hell, Nick? What the hell, Phoenix? Just keep your head in the game. December 29th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Here we go. And now the case of one... What the hell? What? Your Honor, get on with it! Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. Ha, what a pathetic name. So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is that to our advantage. And hey, golly, thanks for coming in. How's it going? Miss Montgomery, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. I'm stupid. It did not count. Do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I am not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of unborn karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with an unborn karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? Oh, chicken curry, alright. Alright, I actually like curry, if that's exactly what it is. I don't understand the big air quotes. It will be my ultimate revenge. Her dad is gone, you know. The prosecution is finished. Let's hurry up and wrap up this waste of time. Recall your first witness, Miss Montgomery. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up here, now! Jesus. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. All right, detective. You may proceed with your testimony. All right, let's begin. All right, this is like the deep breath before the plunge into like the absolute hell that we're about to experience today. Night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Oof. Not sure what a curry really needs. Let's see. Fair enough, that's curry alright. I see. He was beaten to death. Here is the autopsy report for the victim. Court accepts this into evidence. Hey, there we go. Blunt object. Wait a minute, what do I have? Oh my god, I already have so much shit. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, let's begin this. Night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. Yeah, makes sense, I guess. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. Eh? What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Is he talking about the crime photo? Yeah, probably. The only thing that has snow related to it, right? Don't you? What were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? All of the circus performers would have gathered in the big top, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Imagine if Judge decided not to accept it after the classic Wright and... Oh god, yeah, that one was awful. Oh, I want to make sure this autopsy report is the most accurate shit ever. Where's Mr. Edward? He's dead, sir. Oh. Well, that's... unfortunate. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. Sure. The session broke up about 10 p.m. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Gina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. And the ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. Just without being declared dead. I mean, this game legally declares him dead, alright? I'm not the one who made the rules. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Oh, privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. Well, you wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. Murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15. Alright. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. Hold on, is everything... Yes, it is. We've got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright, well, just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gunshue, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? The victim was found bent over, a wooden box dead as a doornail. Yeah, that must be a sad way to go. A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Oh, that had to be redacted. Oh god, that's not good. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? Oh, interesting. This may be my only chance, so I might as well ask some questions. About the wooden box, about the lock, about the contents. It has to be. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There's only one little bottle in that huge box. I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Alright then. Interesting. I didn't see weapons attached from it. Cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae. Oh god. That must have hurt. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Whenever I hear, oh yes, Sly Cooper 3, what a game, man. What a game, man. That game is awesome. Sly Cooper 3 is amazing, but I've yet to play Sly Cooper 2, which I've heard is a bit better. I don't know how, but whatever. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. There were more stuff. Yeah. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. You must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. Oh boy, here we go. I wonder if Triller will show up on the stand as well. Oh boy, here we go. Oh. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Triloquist. I am employed as an opera tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist? That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine. Oh god, no. We just started, please. Please let me be. I'll let you do anything. Please just let me live. Oh god. Oh, I don't like this. Me. World of the law. Oh god. Guilt or innocence? Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I would have put you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. That man right there is not. Oh god. What'd you say, maggot? You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy seeing everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order! I meant to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting testimony by now. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Jesus Christ. What you witnessed. Once practice was over, I left to attend with the stooge. I mean clown. Was that right, maggot? You're starving? Yeah, I'm hungry too. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went over to the plaza. That's when I saw Max heading toward the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? And the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading toward the scene. You're sure of that? Without a doubt, he had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can he mistake someone with a crazy get-up and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we all get the picture.
Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Oh, God. Oh, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean that clown committed the murder crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can be the criminal. Wait, did the judge just use common sense? Or is that? Here's absolute proof. Or a silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. Possible. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Hold on, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutor, I don't know how to read that. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. She poses to assert dominance. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay, I guess she's the boss again today. Oh, here we go. Starting the circus. Practice was over, I left it in with the stooge. Yeah. The clown. You're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic. I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to killing over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. So what happened? What happened? Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went over to the plaza. Why did you do that? What did you do then? I went over to the plaza to do some thinking. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? A real prosecutor, unless you can use basic logic, update the autopsy, check coffee, or refer to someone as head forehead. Oh, burn! Burn. Yeah. I do like Francisca, though. She's a nice addition.
Objection!
Oh, God. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. I'm a good thunker. Think. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays, you're like talking to a brick wall. Max three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Alright. I mean, she's every bit the demon her father was, but with less manipulating. And yeah, more whips and verbal abuse to everyone. Yep. But I do like her. She gets better as the series goes along. Too bad she never appears again after the end of the trilogy. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Oh. That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose this witness could have seen? If I'm not mistaken, he should have seen the ringmaster. That's the victim. That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza... I disagree. Well, yeah, investigations exist. I forgot, golly. But like the newer games, she just like kind of disappeared. He should have seen the ringmaster as well. Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could figure that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Yeah, I'm talking about that. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room... Why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of that crime?
I see. Seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. There are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Trillo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Phoenix, BS your way out. Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, clown. The police showed up and took Magic Boy. Alright, now I need to think about this one. Let me see what I have. Alright, there was another thing here. Geez, you're persistent! You can ask all you want, my answer won't change. The only person I saw that night was Maximilian Galactica. Okay, this is new. He really needs to improve his manners. You've heard what he has to say. Let him continue with his testimony. Okay, no it's not. The police showed up and took Magic Boy away. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? Pursuit 2019, keep BSing on. Yep. I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we'd just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone? What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix, Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories.
Objection!
But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Wright, what do you suppose the witness was waiting out for out in the cold that night?
Well, knowing Trillo, there's only one person he'd wait for at that. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. Yep. And one person only, who was waiting for the animal tamer Regina. Ah! He just exploded. Okay. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? The jail ticket. Beep beep.
Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw, don't you forget it.
Well. Trumpet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
Eh? Alright. There is obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Oh, here we go. I love this song. It's one of my...
This makes perfect sense.
What did you just say? The witness said he saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the scene. There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Pain! It's just pain. Don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth.
My favorite telling the truth only... Yeah, but Apollo Justice, man. Apollo Justice is such an underrated endeavor.
Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
And this is where the world goes, what's the matter? You think the humans have a monopoly on marriage?
The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge! I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bubbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Well, that's just a normal day in Ace Attorney, let's be real. I mean, this is a series where a defense attorney literally cross-examined a parent. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. That man is over 18. Regina's 16. Just say the word and I'm coming with my FBI robot. Come on, golly, it's the judge. He doesn't do that. The judge just stays there and thinks, this puppet, puppet is ill-mannered. Someone should teach him some manners. You were going to propose. You, a puppet. Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her.
Bitch, hold up, what? Timeout! Timeout, I don't like where this is going anymore. Change me back to where I was before. You see, golly, you see why he wouldn't do it. Exactly. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your examination.
Oh, did you hear that? His sign seemed a little wistful. Alright, I already know what to present. Alright, just skip. 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 There we are. So I've still got it in my pocket. Alright. Are you sure about that? Wait, actually... First of all, I need press. I'm pretty sure that... So, you are still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily. Forget the robot. I need dark magic and some fun. I need a weapon. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap his toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck! Uh-oh, the judge is that day's look again. Maybe he should get out more. Oh, poor judge. Alright, let's see. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question, what was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Honey?
Engagement ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Just heard you swear in this Christian courtroom. Heck. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francisca's wit looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. Push on anyway. Pain equals bad. No, you're gonna get the whip. It may be something of a joke, but this is an historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever... Ow! Oh, please kill me! This is too much. This is too much. I advise you to cut this argument short.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here.
Oh my god! You can't be serious. You cannot be fucking serious.
Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. Plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina. Alright. I need a drink, yep. An engagement ring? Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Okay. But I've still got it in my pocket. Where is it? There it is. Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh, looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Oops.
What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something!
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault?
Ah, that filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quest, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats on my court. Oh no, fiats on my court.
Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word. I know two things about this case. It's awful, and there's a joke option that... Yes it is. And it's right next to this one, actually.
Oh, I see. Well then.
Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find to gather them up.
Shiny things?
Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you?
Well, I suppose it was. That time, you know. That night. The night of the crime.
What did you just say? Details. I need more details.
Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up at the plaza.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, I guess you, might, be able to say that. The ring must have, well, it could have been taken around that time.
Ah! Yeah!
Pain! Pain, more pain!
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted a thing, not I, Mr. Trilloquist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey Money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? Ben doesn't exercise enough. Don't abuse Ben, he needs to dance. Oh, golly, that hit hard, man. Ben's testimony has a flaw. There is a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Yep.
Interesting, Mr. Wright.
Well then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water.
Ding dong, your argument is wrong. Ding dong, you're fucking wrong.
This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
I've told you so many times. You'd think you'd know my story's not changing.
You've already changed your story, sick boy, and I'm sure it will change some more.
Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Wow, Maya, stealing your sister's lines now? Really? Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Mia said it first. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. Danganronpa in a nutshell. Oh, yes. I haven't watched that yet, but I have watched Phoenix Wright in Ace Attorney in a Nutshell, and that was fun. I need to watch that one, actually. I haven't watched it because I'm afraid of potential Danganronpa V3 spoilers. I hope there aren't any. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Knight in the plaza that night. Yep. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactic at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. Alright, here we go. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right! Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring, and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were standing, waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about...
I suppose 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Right, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Oh god, here we go. I don't know this one so far. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. Alright. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know, 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. But that doesn't change the fact, yeah, whatever. So you saw Max coming out of Big Top that night. Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the whole time. I guess that makes sense, specifically since he was waiting for Regina. Alright. Showed up after I had been for 5 minutes. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. You already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. If you don't have... yeah. And I don't think these two have either of those. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just that 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that now. What time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Yo, I'm no good at math. It was 10 past 10 p.m. Congrats, you just played yourself.
Oh yes, that sounds about right.
It sounds about right because that's the time that I saw Max on the scene. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. Oh, no. Press. So he justified that he said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking really obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben, you got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trillo.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act out of the courtroom.
Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. But Trillo's evening greeting. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow, that hurt! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
Alright. I'm absolutely sure it was him. You are 100% absolutely sure what you just said. I told you already. Jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure. There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. You have learned. I'm so proud. Yes. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now.
Blue cat.
Cloak. White roses. Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in this testimony somewhere. Alright. What, do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've gotta have something that will prove useful. Alright, time to go for work. To work. Alright, Alright, it's gotta be here. It's gotta be here, you know? There's a hole. My question is, oh god. Let's see if it's gonna leak. Alright, let's think about this. It's gotta be this one. I'm actually really concentrating right now. Alright. I really don't know. They'll fix the hell with the power of stone saw. I saw the witness in half! Alright, other retreat from the big... Okay. Didn't even acknowledge my presence. Alright, let's see. Alright, repaired him with only foot. Alright, let's see. Okay, let's think. I really don't know this one, actually. Could it be a profile? Could it be anything else? Oh god, we are stuck. Oh god. I will like not. Okay, think. Yep, unfortunately, I think I gotta have to do that. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna mute myself. Alright, so I have detected an inconsistency. It's not that apparent or even obvious, but if you think back to the events of that day, it makes sense. Brillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? Fight over Regina, to be exact? It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clunked over with in the head. Over the head. Oh? That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There is absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There is no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Objection! Are you saying this witness is lying? Nature is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene. I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quest. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
He saw a different person. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe that the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. I can give a lie physical form. Yes. Which means there can only be one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. Makes cake. Oh, the cake is a lie, I get it. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? You?
Would the defense kindly explain who it was that Trillo saw that evening then?
There's only one person. Get up. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there is only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
No, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you've got a point there.
Is everything alright? Nope, everything's not fine. It was Russell Barry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct, it was indeed Russell Barry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Barry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo, isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. What? Oh, he exploded again. That's nice, that's nice.
Order! Order! How do you respond to this?
Wait a second! Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. Really, you're not red. Don't dot me.
I think it is high time we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Barry?
The prosecution argued that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. And hey, Eclectic, thanks for coming in. How's it going? It is a fabulously fabulous trial. We haven't even gotten to the worst part. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols? Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ow! Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. Oh, yeah. I can't wait either. A silk hat and a cloak. Oh, so lonely.
Just get the stone.
Just get the stone and come over here. Ah, Golden Sun Abridged. I actually found a really neat, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft in my spare time, like the newer versions, and I found a mod that adds, like, Golden Sun textures. Oh man, that thing is so accurate. Anyways. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness had endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. I don't want to die. Oh man, that series is awesome. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Barry. Yeah, well, today, I was expecting this today, honestly. There's like a lot of, it's a lot of chilling. It's a summer stream, but it's like in the middle of the week. Not everybody's at home, and I can totally understand it. This is just like a stream to completely relax, and then there's Turnabout Big Top. There's no relaxing here. And after this, I'm gonna grind in Kingdom Hearts, so that, oh god. Oh, speaking of which, tomorrow is the start of a new Nuzlocke, the special type of Nuzlocke that I've been doing. Oh, warm. Oh, warm doesn't get enough to describe it here. What? Woke up an hour and a half ago. Well, that's respectable, I guess. I don't know what time it is over there.
Miss Langarma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
That's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one. Ah, that is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? 7:30 a.m.? I guess that's good enough. At least it's not 6 a.m. God, if it was. Wait a minute, you woke up... Oh god, he woke up at 6. Oof. Well, whatever. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. No. Your Honor, the prosecution will provide beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, that's not good, man. That's really not good. An answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Oh, well, yeah, I'm kind of like Golly, but I wake up at 10:30. So, yeah, good.
Very well.
Alright.
The court will take a 10-minute recess.
Is everything already here? Yes, it is.
During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess.
Oh god, here we go. I don't want to go. I don't want this part of the trial is awful. Save me. You young folks. Well, alright, Golly, see you later, man. You're gonna leave Eclectic alone now that he's accompanied you. Whatever. December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. I want to tell you, Mo is murdering my sense of humor. Yeah, sure. And while you were there... Oh yes, thanks. I'm gonna need it. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. When I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means? It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Oh, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Strange describes this case. Oh, yeah. December 29th, 12:06 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. Also, on a side note, I've actually started getting really into watching Danganronpa 3's Despair arc. Let's just say I cry with every damn episode. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session.
And I'm only on episode 5. I've heard that it gets a lot worse.
Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful crown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Well, sort of alright. I started watching the future arc, like you said. I watched it until, like, the first killing after the beginning. And then I started watching the Despair arc, and it made sense. Let's just say that even the first episode of the Despair arc made me cry. God damn it. It's not easy. Because you know what's gonna happen. You're just waiting for it, and you're like, oh fuck. Why did you just call him a pitiful clown? Oh god. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. And what's Clown of Honoraries? Oh, it's tough. Oh man. Oh god, but it's really good as well. It makes me like certain characters a lot more than I used to. Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking out of autobiographical gibberish?
He just made a reference to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I applaud that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. And we start. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? Oh, is that it is, though some characters lack character growth to fully critique. Yeah, about that. As I said, I'm only in episode 5, so yeah. But a couple of clowns, they were up to no good, started making trouble. Your name? Lawrence Girls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yes, it is.
Very well, Mr. Girls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafari walked into this spot.
With all the humor, please.
Okay. Oh, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogy self in court. That's a good thing, Maya. Oh, that's actually not a good thing. He's being repressed, and he's gonna unleash it in my cross-examination. Help. I know. Mo, Lawrence. Oh, I hate myself that I get that, but it's a genius thing. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and a polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can make people laugh. I'm almost useless. I keep trying. I haven't tried to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? This has nothing to do with the case. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Yeah, I know. Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick with the facts of this case. Really? You'll really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you, I can't wait. Oh, Gumshoe. Poor Gumshoe. Oh, Gumshoe! No!
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. What you witnessed, alright. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was poked. Oh, sorry. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced... Oh, it's the burps. Yeah, burps time. Before I did, I glanced out of the window. And that's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Oh, just a day in the neighborhood.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
He poses to assert dominance? Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized.
However, this witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that.
Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling.
I understand, Your Honor. I can't press. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Oh god, here we go. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired... Alright. Let's start pressing here. That's the safest thing, I think. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away. That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night. And things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays, do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now. Stay with Uncle Mo. Oh. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. Must really be utterly incomplete. Oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna lose points, am I not? Yowza! Enough foolishness, get back on track.
Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw?
Alright. It's clearly because no one else would wear his clothes. Absolutely nobody.
You don't even think about that.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max...
Oh, wait a minute, I didn't mean to do that.
You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? No. You did say you saw the entire thing, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what it is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Oh my god! Wasn't that a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Oh god. Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Do I? That's the big $1 million question right here. Do I, though? Okay. It's interesting, you know? Oh, yeah. I don't know what to do! You know what? For the sake of safeguarding, I'm gonna save. Of course I have grounds to make this claim. And let's hear it. That's something I can't share with you at this time.
What did you just say, Mr. Wright?
I know there's something wrong with this testimony, but I can't put why I feel this way into words for the judge. Maybe we should get a bit more information. Once we find out something more solid, we can give it another shot. Yeah, you're right. Good. Yikes, that's harsh. You know, Mo's testimony and what he told us yesterday are kind of different. Yeah, I noticed. We just got to pinpoint what's changed. You can do it, Nick. Oh god. So they forced me to get more information. They forced me to get more information out of a character that can make me get penalties for pressing for information. That's completely fair and balanced. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet, that's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it kept down on visibility.
I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw.
Maybe it's this? Alright. You just happened to glance out of the window. Oh god. I made a mistake.
Mr. Carls?
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Let it rest. Very well, Mo. How about we get back to your testimony now?
This is definitely one of your most straightforward cross-examinations, Mr. Wright.
Of course. You threaten me with a penalty if I don't keep this stooge in check. I'm pretty sure... Alright, I'm gonna save again. Yeah, I should press again, right? Yeah, I know. Alright, let's do that again. You know I hate this segment. Alright, keep pressing. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out of their windows, do they? Oh, sorry about that. That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday, Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh, right. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot. Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. It did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well. Mr. Girls, please revise your testimony.
This should start turning the tables in our favor. Heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. Okay. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say,
Mr. Girls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
Oh, how'd you know I was gonna make a joke? Oh god. I guess that the sound sounded like, I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit, huh?
What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... Alright, now I think I can do that. Now I think that's when I can do that. Let's hope for that. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Alright, yeah, blah, 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 blah. We've seen this already.
Objection!
We've seen this already, come on. Oh, don't we love to see that health bar just, like, on the verge of destruction. Now I can, okay. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you would be telling us all that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony.
I think the meaning of that... What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright?
Mo said that he heard a... Wait a minute, did I just... okay, I'm all over the place. Let me recollect my thoughts because, as I said, after this, I'm gonna grind on Kingdom Hearts, make the tournament and etc. And after that, I'm gonna continue writing... Yeah, so, as you all know, I have a video in the making. I have a top 10 in the making. Well, top 8, because it's Golden Sun. Love seeing the ultimate penalty. Oh, no. As I was saying, I have a top 8 in the making, Golden Sun related. And I started writing a script for an actual top 10 that's related to Danganronpa, which is gonna be fun because I think it's gonna be my most high effort video ever. Because I have like all these crazy ideas. I'm gonna start working on After Effects. I'm gonna start learning how to properly edit my videos, and I'm excited for that. I'm super hyped. Anyways, let's continue. It said that he heard the sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
He did say that.
Yeah, interesting. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clunked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out of the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, a client... Oh, wait a minute, was that an... Oh my god, that was an A-Team reference, oh my god. Oh my god, that is so old school, dude. I love that show. I love that show to pieces, man. Like, to bits. There's a channel over here. That, like, gives, like, old programs, and one of them used to be A-Team, and I used to watch that shit all the time when I was a kid. Anyways.
Mr. Girls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
Well, when I was a kid, I was like 12, 13. They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car.
Mr. Girls, are you reciting the C-Team theme?
Yes! No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, I'm not that old, yeah, but I love it. I love old stuff. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm a bit of a retro gamer, sort of. I like really old games. Well, really old, like 90s games. I like classics and stuff like that, you know. But I also like recent games. I'm an overall enthusiast of games. That's more like it. That's a bit more accurate to what I am. Well,
Oh, you're back from your jog.
Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much? When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps in my statement. Von Karma! Tampering with witnesses again.
So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clog the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Oh my god, that's not funny.
Mr. Carls,
Your Honor.
you did not witness the actual crime, however, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, please testify to this court what you saw. I expect the truth. And if I catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it. Wow, Judge, you are being rather forceful for your usual self. I was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that he was him. Nothing but respect for retro gamers. I had my first computer when I was 5, my first console. What was your first game ever since? Yeah, I think, where did I get my first console? My first ever console was a Game Boy Advance. Well, it's a portable console, but my first console was a Game Boy Advance. Well, actually, no, I lied. It was a Game Boy Color. Then I got a Game Boy Advance. And then when I was 5, I received a PS2. And oh yeah, forget about it. Games have been practically my life. Alongside school, of course. An Atari, man, that is old school. That is indeed old school, dude. That is old school. Massive respect. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
Does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
You took your time realizing that, didn't you? 30 years ago. Wow. Whatever, that should be enough, right?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to keep believing that.
Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination.
And I already know what to present and where. This time we have to present something, and I know where. Oh, Allegro. Oh, I was not expecting that. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. The silk hat, that black cloak. They were all there. And where were the roses? You feel so... Oh, don't feel old, man. Don't feel old. If you're a kid at heart, that's what matters. If you're a kid or a teenager or anything at heart, that's what matters. I don't count age. Well, I do count age for legal reasons, but that's besides the point. We've talked about this in the first episode of Turnabout Big Top. Let's not bring it up again. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? No. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactic has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay, everyone get ready. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? You saw what you saw, and you saw the symbols. You just forgot to mention one. Oh, yeah, I live with someone that has back problems, so that's bad. I know how, oh god. I can't really say myself because I don't have them, fortunately. Well, I don't have them yet. I probably will have it when I'm older. Isn't that right, Mo? Do you like pie? I love pie 3. Holy crap, how many numbers of pie did you remember? Silence, fool. You ought to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Ah, I see what you did there. But you got it wrong. Pi is not a fraction. It is not a rational number. It cannot be exemplified as a fraction. Therefore, your argument is invalid. Truth bullet fired. Argument contested. You just got bamboozled. Let's keep going. Order, order. No, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there wasn't any roses on the person I saw. Easy as pie. Oh, that kind of reminds me of Sonya, actually. Sonya Nevermind from Danganronpa 2. Fantastic. Easy as pie. One of my favorite quotes from her. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case?
Clearly not. He's just toying with his court. I got her on the ropes now. Whenever there's a Sonia, yep. There's a nugget of truth, it always seems to peek out at me. They run away. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims that there were no white roses on the person we saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now what am I supposed to think? I'm not supposed to disregard the pointless, but this...
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now.
Your Honor, it may be trivial, but there should still be doubt lingering in your mind. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
This is not even my favorite tongue. Oh, I'm betting it's either from Ultra Despair Girls or V3. Probably V3, since I've heard a lot of people like characters from V3. I'm not mature. Oh.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling.
Yep, V3. A ruling. Nick, this is your last chance. Alright, here we go. The Silhouette Part 2. There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses in that night. However, all of the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk cap. There is no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on scene. Oh! Okay, we got it.
That's right. You've got one last chance at this.
Just one chance?
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there is a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
I've only got a single shot at this. Komaru. Yeah, Komaru's an interesting protagonist in Ultra Despair Girls. I've watched a bit. Yes, I'm guilty. Sorry. I never thought I'd get all the games in the series, and to be fair, I don't have Ultra Despair Girls yet. But I've watched a bit, and I like Komaru. She seems interesting. Besides, she's the sister of Makoto. Come on, she's bound to be interesting. She's more interesting than her brother, that's for sure. Although I do like Makoto, so don't take that the wrong way. I do like Makoto. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. Alrighty then. Really? Well, I'm gonna believe that. Yeah. He was wearing it the entire time that it was on scene. No, he wasn't. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Carlin. Where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. Crime scene? That means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true. Oh god, here we go.
Order! Mr. Curls!
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
And here comes turnabout. Oh, yeah. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, what? Just because you were sitting above me doesn't mean you belong there. No matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Sobs. I just love the sobs.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if it didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Objection!
This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless.
You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer is obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened?
Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Yes, I do. The crime photo. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Oh boy, here we go. I remember this part. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car it came to court in.
Wait just a second. You guys can just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. Oh god. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Yep, me too.
Mr. Lawrence Girls.
Yes.
Your testimony you provided up until now has been false?
It hasn't been false, I haven't lied. It's just...
Just what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Foolishly foolish clown who drinks the... No, I'm gonna stop it right here. Especially since Von Karma in her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Order! Order! I will have order! Francisca Von Karma, how could you?
He poses to assert dominance once more. Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as me.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say.
Wow, I think this might be one of the few cases in which the judge is actually, like, you know, angry. You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Why do I feel like there's another theme coming that's not a cross-examination theme? Because it is. Now it's time for our next segment, No No's. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. I guess, yeah. That's when I saw he... This is the truth now, get ready for it. He flew! He jumped up and flew through the air. And this is where we're ending the stream, guys. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. He poses to assert dominance once more for good measure. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of the crime by flying, there is no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of my story?
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
It was Peter. I knew it. I knew he was doing something shady after rescuing Wendy yesterday.
What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he's telling the truth?
That's what I think. Nick, wait! That means that Max actually used magic.
Yikes, you're right.
Ow! Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist.
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
You imbecile!
If you disregard a need of proof for proof, Ms. Von Karman's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is now in recess.
We survived. We survived! I legit thought I was gonna get a game over at most segment, and there's a fucking... Oh god, wait. Why do I have to judge the... Yes. Alright, Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can fly whenever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless when you do it for you on stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires that have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No! I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule! I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry you had to break the magician's creed to keep the magic trick secret. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Still no, I'm still at the beginning of the final case, actually. I've heard it's quite a lengthy case, so I'm trying to allocate some time so I can finish it all in one go. Probably not gonna happen. But I'm still trying. Great idea, let's do our best and catch this sucker. Oh, we got through. And with this, we're halfway through the case. Good God, only 2 more streams of this. Only 2 more. Only 2 more. Come on. Only 2 more streams of this. We've managed to get through it. I need some time to relax. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard. Anyways, guys, that'll be all for today. Remember, tomorrow we'll be starting a new Nuzlocke. I'm gonna put the details on the Discord today. It's gonna be on a Gen 5 game, actually. It's gonna be interesting. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I am completely tuckered out. I am tired. I need to sleep, and this case is like draining my mental health. I am going back to watching some more Despair Arc and cry a little more before I go to sleep. That's also nice. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this stream, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new to the channel. And if you want to get notified of future streams like this one, hit the little bell. You know what to do. And if you want to join my Discord server, although we don't do much there nowadays, hit the little link in the description below. Guys, until next time, peace!